Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner. This is my hardcore mode. Excuse me, I'm still a little getting over my chest cold. Currently, our next mission up is the Conveyor Belt Section 1. And as you can see in the upper right hand corner, I've already delivered 3 of the 4 consumables, 1 of the 2 fuel, 1 of the 2 metal beams, and I haven't delivered the cabin yet. So I have the other stuff loaded up and it should be sitting near the garage. So we'll go ahead and take that stuff over, but first I need to take the cabin over to cabin zone 1, and I pulled it from over here at the cabin construction site and pulled it over here with the P16 and had really no issues. Barely had to use the winch at all. But what we have to do is come down here and right here I'm going to cross over and then come over here, take the bridges across, and then come down this way. I also have the co-lob loaded up with the forklift, and it's going to bring the forklift over there to actually put the stuff, the cabins in there. So let's go ahead and get at it. I also set up a few other missions. I don't think we'll have time for them in this episode, but we'll see. And I actually stopped because I was working on a little bit last night, getting things prepped, and I stopped because it was 6 a.m. So I figured that was a good time to stop and work on some other stuff. Come on, big boy. So we're not just pulling one cabin. We actually have 2 cabins on here. Because I know the next one, or not the next one we do, but the one after that, will also require 2 cabins over here. No, you're not going to go in high. Not in the mud. But it will require 2 cabins, so I just went ahead and loaded this trailer up. This is the only material trailer that we have in the game that I have found so far. So we use it to its fullest extent. Again, this is hardcore mode, so I can't buy trailers, and I did break that rule and bought 1 trailer. I have the heavy lowboy. I went ahead and bought that because I can move vehicles around with it. And honestly, you have to have a trailer in order to get the forklift across the river. Ah, I missed my exit. I'm supposed to go up through the woods. So here, you got this mud, and it's almost like a Mondra snow, but you can drive through the woods there. There is a path. It takes you around this one and the next one. Or is it just this one? Yeah, just this one. You come out right here, right there where my front end is, and you avoid some of the mud. Let me look at something. Make sure I am going. I could cross here. No, that puts me way too far down. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Forgot I had that stupid trailer on here. hate this trailer. Alright, so we're going to have to go back to the garage. I have the Ford CLT set up with a heavy crane. So, but it is lifted and it doesn't like the heavy crane when it's lifted. But let's try it anyway. And you see when I turn where it's got the lift on it, it really sways a lot. So you've got to take it easy. I have it sitting out in front of the garage because I have been using some other trucks and bringing loads in and then offloading some of the stuff at the garage. Just sitting it out front, things that I know I'm going to need. When I go out and I find bricks or metal beams or wood, I go ahead and pick it up and bring it back to the garage, drop it off. I think this would be a heck of a truck if it had all-wheel drive. Because it does go pretty good. It's just that it doesn't have any pulling power on the front end. So it's like the P16. It does not have all-wheel drive, but the rear-wheel drive really does help it a good bit. So I don't know if I can actually make it up here with this truck. And here's my little up. Ah, shit! I knew it. It's just going to be one of those days. Let's see who we have. Where you at? Okay, so I still haven't loaded you up. Let's go ahead and do that. So I loaded up one already, and then I had to pull it out of the loading box because I loaded something else. I had to load the trailers up. Oh, come on. There we go. Sometimes you hit crane mode and it does not go into crane mode, it goes into winch mode. So I don't know what that's about. And restore it. Activate the anchors again. Stop engine. Get out of that mode. Change my truck. Okay. Try it again, change my truck. And it won't let me change trucks. Because I'm in cargo management. The game seems kind of buggy sometimes. But there is a workaround for almost everything. All the bugs that I've run into are easily fixable. Some of them are kind of a pain in the butt, but they are easily fixable. So these two trucks have to go that way anyway. So I might as well take them. So I bought Subnautica. Have not played it yet. I just got it downloaded last night, and I'm going to try it out a little bit. Stop you, change trucks. Alright, see if we can get you up here. Should be okay. I think I'm past the worst tippy part in this. So now where to park you? Yeah. Let's get you up on this little area right there. Looks fairly level. We'll give it a shot. Activate our anchors, see if they go out all the way, and they do. They are touching the ground, so I should be okay. And crane mode. So we'll do the front one first. Get you up a little bit higher. Get that center of gravity back over the truck a little more. Slide down around a little bit. And we'll restore the crane, activate our anchor back. Do that so when I change the trucks I don't get that flipping around motion of the crane. And pack the cargo. Right there should do it. Back in crane mode. So, would I recommend this game? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Yes, I would highly recommend this game. I have a lot of hours in this game. And I do things, you know, I've got my regular playthrough. I have a hardcore mode that I'm doing, which is this, where I'm making everything as hard as possible. Well, not as hard as possible. I can make it harder. But it's a totally different... The missions are the same, but it's a totally different gameplay. I have to do things differently. So it just adds that extra element of something new to it. And then I have a speed run that I'm doing. So now that I've played the game for a while, I went back and started it all over. And I'm using careful planning. That's not good. We'll move you around a little bit. And seeing how fast I can clear each of the regions. So yeah, lots of different... okay, that'll work. Lots of different things that you can do with the game. Let's go ahead and stop the engine, change trucks. I've even got one playthrough that I just started where I am doing all of the driving in cockpit view only, and it's pretty fun to play. I don't know if it would be a fun one to watch. Take you a little more careful this time, but it's pretty fun to do. And now mods are coming out. Oh, you go. Oh, no, you don't. Excellent. I'm not going to... Normally I would drive up through there to avoid all this mud. But I think I'm going to keep it in the mud. We'll go with this tree. Just so I don't flip it over. So yes, I would highly recommend the game. It is... I'm stuck on. I think it was a tree in the road. And I finally squashed it down. So yeah, I would highly recommend the game. It is really fun. So have I played any of the Mud Runner or Spin Tires? Yes, I did play Mud Runner a little bit. I heard about SnowRunner coming out, and I have watched Mud Runner a lot, but I never bought it. And when I heard that SnowRunner was coming out and I saw the trailers and stuff for it, I went ahead and got Mud Runner, and I tried Mud Runner. And Mud Runner was fun, but it got boring fast. It's the same mission over and over and over again. You go find logs, you load up logs, you deliver logs. But I like the game. Come on, stay upright. But I like the game, and I like this better. There's more variety to it, and the maps are way bigger. So yeah, Mud Runner is free on the Epic Game Store, and I play this on Xbox. So I think when I got Mud Runner for Xbox, it was probably $3 or something like that. And I've been meaning to go back to Mud Runner because I'd like to finish out the game, do all the missions and everything. I just haven't had time. stop. I'm going to change trucks. And I'm going to send this one across first. The P16 will make it across the river. And I have not pulled this trailer across the river with 2 cabins on it. So I'm not sure how it's going to do. And it may need a helping hand. It's got plenty of power, but there are some big rocks. And right about in here is where I would have trouble if I have any trouble. And I have a crane on here. So if I do end up tipping it over in this area right here, which is a distinct possibility, then I have this truck that can get it out. Can pick them back up. But my delivery point is right up here, so I'm going to go ahead and deliver this load. We've got an empty truck. I don't like using the crane on here. It sets it back too far. Sets the load back too far and kind of makes the front end a little light. It's a narrow bridge. So deliver the metal beams. And we'll put you in here. Do not, repeat, do not leave your truck back here when you make that last delivery. I did that my other playthrough. I had 2 trucks parked here and I had a third one, brought another delivery. And when it delivered, then this conveyor belt suddenly appeared in front of it and the trucks were stuck on this side. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this out of here before I forget about it. And park it over here. And it is a pain in the butt to go any other way out of there from that side. Where are we at? P16. Alright, buddy, let's see what you can do. This truck would be so awesome with all-wheel drive. You could pretty much get rid of the rest of your heavy trucks. Camera back a little bit so I can see what the trailer's doing for the cabins. And I'm shooting for the gap over there. And if you start to get stuck on these rocks, just turn the wheels back and forth. They don't have any pulling power, but I guess it distributes the weight a little bit differently on the back tires. And it will cause the back tires to get a little bit of grip. Till now I'm too far to the right, or to the left. Come on, work it out. Yep, I went a little too far to the left. It should have been more to the right. And bumping is not helping. Alright, but I don't see anything moving. So let's go back to... Nope, that's wrong. What did I take over there? Voron. Alright, Voron to the rescue. Make sure I back up instead of going forwards. One of the things I like about this truck is when you go with the chain tires or the mud tires. See, where's my truck? Oh, one up here. The tires stick out a little further in the back. Gives you a little more stability. And this truck does run better on this map through the mud and snow with the chain tires than it does the mud tires. Let's watch, see where our rocks are. Some of them are bigger than others. See, now I had no problem crossing this every other time I've taken it through here, but now that I'm recording, it doesn't want to go. So and I think I'm still a little too far to the left. And again, it could be because of the weight of the trailers. And they're getting really tippy back there. I'm worried if I don't get this out of here fast enough, the river current is going to turn the trailer over. Oops. Okay, P16. I got too many trucks out here. Alright, now we're moving. Just in time to back up. Come on, you can do it. Away from that rock there. There we go. So I am fully expecting this trailer to tip over at some point through here. I'm also hoping that the game would cut me a little bit of a break here and let me get across here with it. Yeah, I can't deliver you there. Well, now we're moving. For a few moments anyway. Easy. Alright, so now we have 3 more water crossings that aren't too bad. I should have started making my turn earlier. You know what I could do? Ooh. That's not the tree I wanted, but it's a tree they're going to give me. Can I run you over? Yes. Hey, there's my Hummer. I forgot you were out here. Whoa. Yeah, I've got a tree back there. Ooh, I don't like where it's placed, but alright, so it looks like I've got to go a little more straight through here. Up we go. Alright, I have one more rocky area to cross, I believe. Maybe two. I don't remember. No visible winch connections. What about that one? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So let's try a risky one. I am just that far from that winch connection up there, and I'm just digging myself in deeper. Alright, so I may need to get something over to help me out. Unless I go with the back one. thought I was going to give it up, but one more try. Let's try there. I knew that was going to happen. But it did advance me a little bit. That one seems a little sturdier. I think I know what's getting ready to happen. Nope. It stayed with me. But I did go up a little further. And that's all I needed. So maybe I should have used the co-op to bring these over here. But it wouldn't be an issue if this had all-wheel drive. It just needs that little extra bit of biting power. We're here now. Okay, who did I have? Yep. So let's get the rest. Nope, that one's already delivered. I had the Azov. It needs to come over and make its delivery. And then we'll be ready for the cabins. No, we won't. I still got to bring the forklift over. And I should have no problems with this truck getting over there. I've made this run a couple of times with this truck and haven't flipped it, haven't gotten it stuck. It just goes. Parts of the river it goes kind of slow, but it does go. So all the other stuff I delivered here, I delivered it with the 2 collabs, I think, are the Azovs. Both of the Azovs, what I made the deliveries with, one behind the other, chain tires, and they never had any problems. Hey, make sure I haven't left anybody over there. And I don't know what that zone over there is for. Alright, so we've completed all that. So it's once you get the cabin. Once you put the cabin in there, then this is completed and it will block anything in here. So make sure we get you turned around. And I have to go get the forklift. And that will be with the collab. So I hauled the Voron D over here, or the Voron Grad. Let's unpack it. Because it had the mud tires on it in the last episode, and it just didn't run worth a damn. So get it over here, put some chain tires on it. I think it runs better with the chain tires. And get our forklift that I've already pulled out. Back you back down here, try this again. Cut it off centered. Put you in low gear. Easier to control. Yeah, I hope they do something with these controls for this forklift, because right now they kind of suck. So in Province, how you doing today? We're just trying to complete this mission here. And oh, get out of here. And had a little bit of some problems. Got some things stuck. Lost some of my cargo and had to go out and get a crane to pick it back up and then flip the crane. Alright, so we should be ready to go as soon as I get me some gas. I don't have anything sitting outside the garage. So let's go ahead and I gotta put the chain tires on this and we'll take it out and fill up the other truck. If I don't put chain tires on it now, I forget. Got a lot of. I was testing different types of mud tires on it, And like I said, mud tires aren't bad, but the chain tires are better in the mud for this truck. Other trucks, it's the exact opposite. So we will refuel. Pour on grad. Fill that up, and we might as well fill up the Caterpillar. Alright, Collab, do your thing. Here across the river. I've been experimenting with other areas, other places across the river at. Depending upon where I'm going, there's a couple of places you can cross the river that are not too awful bad. And then there are a couple of places where I've actually lost a truck, depending upon the truck. The Chevy cannot cross this. I've never been able to cross this with the Chevy. It always, the rocks get too big, it gets stuck on something, and then it's done, it just washes over. But the Lodestar can cross this with no problem. So, and the 750 also. So the Lodestar is my Scout of choice anyway, and it's crossed a lot of the river. And I figure if it can cross the river in places, the bigger trucks can do it. So I know this is hardcore mode, and hardcore mode I can't buy trailers, but I did buy this trailer, equipment moving trailer, because I have not found one and I need to move equipment. You can't move that forklift across the river without taking damage. It can't cross by itself, and because it just drowns out. If you pull it across, it takes damage, a lot of damage. And you can't load it on a flatbed. So unless I wanted to take the one trailer that we found, bring the forklift over, drop it off, and then take it all the way back for the cabins, you need an equipment trailer. So I did cheat and I bought one of those. But I'm only using it for equipment. I cannot haul cargo on it, though I would like to, because that other trailer sucks when moving cargo. But it's what we have. I like this truck. I wish it was a little bit faster, which I have been meaning to experiment a little bit with the different transmissions. But I think you only get the stock and you get the special. I need to take a look at that. Because I know some of them you get highway, but I don't think you get highway for this one. So I know this episode is going to go a little bit long because I want to show you the glitch that happens when you load a cabin into cabin zone number 2. I have not loaded any cabins in cabin zone number 1 yet, so I don't know if it's just a glitch with number 2 or it's a glitch with all the areas you have to load cabins. Hello, Hummer. Still got to get you back. Matter of fact, when I take this back, I may load the Hummer back up on it. To the right, there we go. I think when I pulled the trailer over with the P12, it might have got caught on that rock there. One of the reasons I couldn't get up through here. And then when I winched the trailer over, it pulled it free. Or pulled it free enough so I can pull forward and hook to that tree. You are a slow-moving beast. But I've only gotten this thing stuck one time where I had to get another vehicle out to help pull it out. And that was on a river crossing. And I high centered it on a big rock. And it was just not going anywhere. And I think part of that is due to having the adjustable suspension now, the active suspension. You can raise the chassis up a little bit so it doesn't get caught as much. Alright, activate the ramp, unpack, and stop. And unpack you. And we'll just do this. But yeah, I don't like how you can't operate the forks while you're driving. If you could do that, then disconnect. Then this would be a much better vehicle, easier to use. Right now it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I am figuring it out. And I know a lot of people are talking about it's a great scout vehicle. Yeah, I'm not going to do scouting in this thing, but that was almost bad. And right there. Come on, camera. It's not going to let me do it. And we'll go from the other side. There we go. Yep, still not letting me do it. And extend. Oh, I've already got it on that side, okay. Get up that way. Trying to get to slide down a little bit, but let's try it now. It's not going to do it. Ah, come on. I got button crazy there for a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up in there. I did get credit for the mission. And tilt it. Extend. Oh, move forward. Alright, let's see if the glitch happens. Yep. So see, I'm going down and it's glitching. It keeps going back up. So I'm just going down, that's all I'm hitting. And if I go over here to pick that, and it won't let me go down to other missions, it just keeps doing that. So that's it, I'm not touching anything, it's doing all that by itself. So it's a glitch here. Come on, get out of it. There we go. So in order to fix that glitch, actually need to pull this container back off. And extend. Nope, I wasn't far enough. And go back to that. Still getting used to the controls here. But you gotta be careful, you can't lift it up too much. Let's bring it back. And tilt it right. Bring it down. So what I have been doing is once I load one of these cabins up and it accepts it, and the mission is, well, wait a minute. Oh, it's conveyor section 3. Okay. Let's see, wait a minute. It says I need a cabin. Is I just go over here and I put it down. So now I'll be able to go over here and I can click on anything I want, which that will be my next mission. But for some reason, anytime you load any of the cargoes on here, any of the cabins, you will get that glitch, and that's what you do to fix it. You just, once you load it up and you get paid for the mission, then you just take it out and put it back over here. Now for the next mission, it says conveyor section 3. I sure want to restart. No, I don't want to restart it. Which one? Oh yeah. So conveyor section 3 is for cabin zone 1. I haven't done that yet, but I did go over and I did. Nope, not gold mine. Sewage treatment or sorting center. I did this on my other playthrough, and it requires 2 cabins. So I thought, you know, maybe I'll just take the cabin that is, get out of this. Maybe I'll take that cabin and put it back on there and it won't accept it. So you do need different cabins. Alright, so I went way over my hour mark, so I appreciate y'all watching on Twitch. Thank you very much. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you watching that also. Leave me some comments, let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then, have a good one.